Hey, y'all. Happy Thursday. Happy thriving Thursday. Yo, what's up, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Listen, yo, it's been way too long. What's up, man? How y'all feeling on this good old Thursday? Look, y'all, don't think that I just left y'all out to dry. It wasn't even like that, yo. Y'all know the higher cohorts are happening in different parts of Maryland. So, I got to go and I got to do my training part, my leadership part for the higher situation. So, shout out to all the new hire people from Annapolis. Yo, they about to be fire. But what's up, y'all, man? Listen, it feel like it's been forever, yo. Hey, yo, not say talk about finally back. Hey, yo, yes, yo. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yo, I hope y'all had a good time while I was gone. Hey, yo, not Jimmy the Dilemma. Yo, she back. Hey, yo. Jimmy the Dilemma, I could get you another facilitator, yo. It's nothing, yo. I get you somebody else, yo, to teach you about this leadership stuff, yo. I got you. Don't need worry about it. What's up, though, y'all? Man, listen, I hope y'all been having some good sessions. I already know that Miss Tanera been like putting it on. So shout out to Miss Tanera for holding it down for me. I really, really appreciate it. But like, yo, it's time to get back to business. It's time to get back to business, y'all. It's time to get back. And look, Miss Tanera ain't going nowhere, y'all. Like, it's not going to be on my Thriving Thursday time, but we are working it out with her to create like a health and wellness portion. So don't even worry about it because that is absolutely coming, yo. Breezy, is that you at the top of my list, yo? What's up, shorty? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you up there. Yes, very, very helpful, right? And good stuff and needed stuff and stuff that we don't talk about enough. So really excited for that. What's up, Kels? Good to see you. How you feeling, yo? Reality, what's up, Reality? How you doing, yo? Jimmy the Dilemma, what's up, Jimmy, yo? Even though Jimmy be trying low-key drag me, yo, definitely shout her out on her article. If you didn't read her article, Rising Stars, I put the link in the bio. So proud, yo. Super proud. Can we get with her on the celebrity ad project? Yeah, I guess. Yo, do y'all thing. Look, I just make the connections. Y'all gotta use it. What's up, Kyle? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you, yo. Cam Gotti. What's up, Cam Gotti? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Yo, shout out Cam Gotti, yo. Lord Leader's about to get ready to start back up. Can't wait to see that. Naisha, what's up, Naisha? Where you been at, though? I feel like we ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, though. Glad you checking in. What's up, Sane? Good to see you, Sane. How you feeling, yo? Sev, what's up, Seven? How you feeling, yo? We ain't seen you in a minute. Good to have you back, yo. How you doing? Mr. Bonnet, what's up, Mr. Bonnet? How you feeling? Mr. Bonnet, that session yesterday was absolutely amazing. Preparing for college. You can never have enough coins. The goal is to graduate debt-free, and that's what we try and set you up for. So I'm glad that you found that helpful. Shout out to Coach Johnson for making that happen. Bless, what's up, Bless? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Jimmy, good thing they recorded and you can press rewind. Yo, I love to see it, yo. Love to see it. Yo, what's up, Caleb? How you feeling? Good to see you, yo. Good to see you. Tanner, what's up, Tanner? You back? Good to see you, yo. Exactly, Cam Gotti. Just rewatch that thing. All right, y'all, look. Before we get into our lesson, I got a very special guest. If y'all was checking in with us last summer, then y'all already know who she is. Y'all know Miss Kia. And check it out, y'all. She got this great internship situation coming up, and it's only 6 spots. So, of course, I told her, I'm like, look, we got to bring it to the people. That's the real people first, and then see who we get from that group. So if anybody that's on here now, if you interested, 9 times out of 10, we're going to go ahead and slot you in. And then after y'all express y'all interest, then I'm gonna put it out to the masses to see who we can get to fill the other spots. But the link is already in the bio. It's just under general project. So after I bring her on and we talk about this, if you are interested in being on this project, just hit that link, yo. And that's it, yo. Let's bring my fave on here, yo. Hey, what's up, Miss King?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Miss Joni. Listen, I always get excited when I talk to Miss Joni. She just gets me so hype. I know she gets everybody hype with that energy. So, listen,
Look.
as you can see, I'm in the car. I'm in traffic. I should have been home and settled by now, but I'm in traffic, and I'm super excited to be on with you guys tonight. I see a few people. I see Gemma and Cameron. So a few people in the comments there, and I'm sure. But yes, as Miss Joni said, I'm super excited to work in Baltimore again this summer. We are going to do a film production program. We're going to provide, services where you'll learn all about camera operation, shot composition, storytelling, how to produce, like the business side of television. Making the money, making the decisions with the concept, the ideas, and final product. And then we'll do a great reveal of that product where we screen it so everyone can see it. This year, we want to come in and do. Last year, we had a great time with our three fellows. It was Beats and Woney, and we had James. They did a great job with their production.
Yeah.
This year, we're hoping to get more where we hit the ground with it. So we'll be more in the community in Baltimore and capturing more outside. And so that will give us some leverage and some room to shoot the community, be as creative as we want to be with it. And then we're going to be working along with Living Classrooms to produce a project for them as well. So we're super excited about this project. Ms. Joni and I have been talking about some ideas between the two of us, as well as what we're going to do for Living Classrooms. And then we can't wait to identify the 6 heartbeats that will be joining us so that you can contribute to the ideas and we can just get extra creative because I know you got it in you. I know you have it in you. So, just to kind of give everyone some backstory for those, some of you know me, some don't know me, but I like you all, I was 13 years old when I started in production. So I was in a youth program in New York growing up, and I was exposed to television production. I used to host a TV show at the time. And while being in front of the camera, I realized that I wanted to be more behind the scenes, like doing and making the decisions. So I learned what the technical director did. I learned what the producer did. I went on to college at Delaware State University and studied television production there. So I heard you talking about being debt free from college. I got a scholarship to go to college. So I came out of there with a little small loan, but I didn't have a loan that I needed because, that everyone had, because I covered everything in terms of school. So yes, get debt free if you can. Opportunities for scholarships and programs like this will help you because you can show what skills you're going to learn, and you'll walk away with networking and knowing some people. But back to my background, going to college, coming out of college, eventually started my own business in the Washington, D.C. area. I produced 3 feature films that you can see on BET, on TV One. And, I love working with youth because it started where I was young. So I like to pass it around and make sure I pay it forward for other young people to learn just as I did. And hopefully you'll help some young people 20 years from now. So that's a little bit about the internship, Miss Joni and everybody, the heartbeats.
Yes, we love that so much. And just thank you for these opportunities and for thinking of us when these opportunities come up. Real quick before you go, because I want to let you go, get back to your role situation. But just in a quick summary, what type of people are you looking for to be a part of this internship?
Okay, that's a great, great question. So number one, I'm looking for young people that see the value in learning a skill because every internship, you're not always going to make money, or every job, you're not always going to make money. I'll give you an example. When I graduated from college, I used to work on major music videos that were $1 million budgets for 2 days of filming. I didn't get paid for that. But the relationships and the skills that I learned from that are what I use now today. So, I'm looking for young people that, one, see the value in learning a skill. Number two, that are super creative, and if you're not even sure if you're creative, but you're willing to tap into your creative side and you want to open up that creativity, looking for individuals that are creative or want to learn and, see how creative they can be. And then number three, individuals that are reliable, because when we're in production, it's straight teamwork. It's teamwork. And nothing gets done unless the whole team is there. So if we have a weak link that won't show up when they need to show up and come through with the deliverables or with the assignment, then that can, ruin the whole project. So definitely being reliable. And then I would say number four, just, someone who's a dreamer. The name of my program is Producing the Dream. And I believe in that. What I do, producing films, it all started as a dream, as an image in someone's mind. And then now it's become on paper, and then it becomes on television. And those stories impact someone's life and changes someone's perspective. So we want dreamers, and I would say those are the four areas that we're looking for. So if you've got that, if you hit one of the four, but being reliable for sure. But if you hit that, then definitely sign up.
So basically, no broke bum energy. Basically,
no broke bum energy. You can't call Miss Joni with that.
Yes, yo, I love it. I love it. And just so they know, like, they are going to get paid for this, though. Like, this ain't one of the free ones, but they need that mentality that, like, you might have to work a little extra than what the bag is going to stretch.
Yeah. Because, everything has a budget, and so you'll get paid, but there might be a couple of hours here and there with production that we might go over, and I need you to just be dedicated and believe in what we're doing, so that even if it's a few hours over, you won't be like, oh, Miss Kia, I can't do it. We need you. We need you on the team. We need you on the team. So yes.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Miss Key.
Thank you.
This is amazing. We got so much stuff lining up for the summer, and this is just one of them, and I already know it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to let you get back to the road.
Thank you.
I'm going to see who from this group today wants to be on, and you and I go connect and get this team together.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Heartbeats. Love y'all. Have a good night.
See you. Love you more.
Bye.
Y'all, man, listen, when I tell you the opportunities don't stop flowing around here, yo, the opportunities don't stop flowing. And it's on you if you want to take advantage of these opportunities or not. And especially for people who know that you could be doing a little bit more. Like, yo, for people who've been chilling in the background, not really doing too much or whatever, like, yo, this might be your opportunity to get on something and to really make an impact and to really start broadening your skills and to start locking in and building up your network. So people that heard the message live, y'all got first dibs. Like I said, we only got 6 spots, y'all. We only got 6 spots. So people that heard it live, y'all got first dibs. The link is in the bio. I believe it just says something like general project. So when you fill that out and they ask you what project are you interested in or are you applying for, just put the production internship with Miss Kia and I'll know which one you're talking about. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. That's just only one of many, many things that we got going on for the summer. So super, super, super excited. But all right, y'all, let's get into what we came to get into today, yo. And this topic, yo, I'm super excited. Let me move my phones out the way, but let me keep one of them up so I can keep an eye on my comments. Let me keep an eye on my comments right here. I'm gonna put this phone right here so I can keep an eye on the comments. we've really about to get into talking about essential skills, essential leadership skills that you need in order to ensure your success, right? And it's a lot of leadership skills, right? But we're going to talk more so. You improved your handwriting while you stop letting her play with me like that, yo. Yo, I hope so. We about to see Cam Gotti. Hey, track star, tell her again. Tell her again, because reality is definitely one of the ones that should be involved in more things and could be further along. Like, it's no reason why I got heartbeats going to your school to get paid $100 an hour to facilitate sessions, and I got you in that school. I should be paying you. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. But I'm gonna leave you alone on that. But thank you for saying that, track star. Hey, Jimmy the Dilemma, yo, get off my case, yo. Stop playing. All right. Back to this, y'all. All right. Essential leadership skills. Now, again, right? It's a lot of leadership skills that are in play, but we're going to focus on like the top 5 that you absolutely need. And the reason why you absolutely need this is because these are those transferable skills where you can basically be successful anywhere. And that's the key right there. Like, it don't matter where on God's green earth you are being placed. If you got these leadership skills, thank you on the notes, Cam Gotti. If you got these leadership skills, it don't matter where you at. You're going to be successful. Hey, reality, come on now. Stop playing, y'all. Step 1 is always to show up. The starting place is always to show up, to be there. You already know some of the heartbeats that's in some of these schools, yo. You can easily link up with them, ask them what their schedule is, where they're gonna be, and just be there. Like, yo, start talking to the people that's already doing what it is that you want to do. Come on now, it's too easy, y'all. Somebody had that conversation with reality for me. All right, let's get into what they are, and then let's go and talk from there. And these are in no particular order. The first skill is being able to pivot. The second one is being able to demonstrate empathy. The third one is risk management. I hear you, Mr. Bonnet. I love it, yo. Okay. Hey, reality, yo, get off my chat, yo. Yo, get off my chat, yo. This stuff I'm talking about happens after school, yo. Bye, yo. Bye, yo. All right. Fourth, we're going to talk about something called agility. And then number 5 over here is going to be storytelling. So these are major keys to success. Any successful leader in any industry, anywhere, these skills are going to show up on a consistent basis. Now, let's get into like what some of these mean and just how you can demonstrate what these mean. All right. So we're going to let's break pivot down like this. Let's do our little acronym on pivot. Bless, you never heard of agility? I love that. You're going to learn today, shorty. Be taking plenty of notes. You're going to like that one. You're going to like that one. So the first thing that you want to do when we're talking about pivoting is we first want to like pinpoint what the target is. And I'm going to put what the target is right here. And this is similar to the idea of if you don't know where you're going, then it's basically like the blind leading the blind. And we are keeping this conversation in terms of you being a leader. So like other people are looking to you for direction and are basically following you. So if you aren't able to pinpoint like where the target is, then nobody knows anything in terms of where we are going, and it's a high probability that you're going to get lost. Now, granted, when we are talking about being able to pivot, like why that's such an important skill is because pivot, at the root of pivot, it means basically that you're able to change directions at any given moment. So you might have had your heart set on going one place or doing one thing, but then something happened. You know how things just happen in your life? Sometimes life happens, or sometimes other people just happen, and you got to make a decision. Like you can't stay stagnant. You got to be able to pivot and move around things. So the first thing is identifying what that target is. The second thing, this is inventory. And when you think inventory, you don't have to necessarily think about like physical things that you have, but inventory is okay. What does your network look like for you to be able to make this change or for you to be able to do these different things? What kind of connections do you have? Like all those things are considered your inventory and within your network. Like most times when you need to get something done, especially big, important things, like one of the first things that you're doing is thinking about, okay, who can I call? Who can I text? Who can I email? That's because your network and the connections that you have are so very important and so instrumental in helping you to get things done. So think about, okay, what does that list look like? What do I already have available to me in order to pivot, in order to make this thing go in the direction that I need to get it in? Thank you, reality. I love it, yo. Our V is going to be for visuals. And this is where you basically paint that mental picture, not only for yourself, but for others on, okay, what is the real value here? Like, where are we eventually going to end up? And I'm going to put value right here in parentheses, because if the people who are looking up to you as their leader, if they can't visualize the value, if they can't visualize the path, they are not going to respect you, trust you, and follow you as much as they should. And you're going to find those people to be problematic. And bad leaders, these are the people who are just managers and supervisors, they have a tendency to blame the person, the employee, instead when they should be looking at themselves and really thinking to themselves, well, did I communicate the value? Did I help people visualize the value and where we are going and what we want this thing to look like? Because if people are basically blind and like they can't see it, and then especially if they don't see the value in it, you can consider them disconnected. Even if they are showing up physically, that means nothing if they aren't mentally and emotionally engaged and invested in whatever it is that you are trying to do as a leader. So being able to visualize things, very, very important. Oh, think about how you're impacting people or leading in the right direction. Absolutely, Jim of the Dilemma. Absolutely, 100%. The O is going to be for operate. And with this, I'm going to put in parentheses right here, implement. This is where you actually do the thing that you said that you were going to do. So a lot of people can get all the way up even to where they visualize it. So they pinpoint it, they know where the target is, they got their inventory in check, they know exactly what they need, they've communicated the message to their people, But then when it comes to that action, boy, oh boy, are we famous for dropping the ball when it comes to action. Remember, y'all are capable of the things you want to do. Absolutely blessed. Even if you don't think that you can do something, there's always a way to get something done. Like, even myself as an example, y'all got to understand, yo, I changed whole careers at 36 years old. You know how old that is and how late in the game that is? Granted, at 36, I was very, very stable and I was very, very successful with where I was. But like, yo, I never in a million lifetimes thought basically start from scratch with nothing when I had already come for nothing. And that's why all my family and all my friends was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, what? You about to give up everything that you work for this? For to work with some kids who don't even care about themselves, to work with some kids that you don't even know? Like, yo, like it was a scary, crazy thing. But when it came to that implementation, shorty, I was on it. Couldn't drop the ball when it comes to implementation because yes, all this stuff is cool, but without this right here, none of this other stuff matters. And yes, Cam Gotti, them hypocrites, yo, talking all that jazz, sound real good, but that action be lacking. Yes, Mr. Bonnet, only mind blocks keep you from being successful. And that's why any new person that we welcome into Heart Smiles, that's why the first thing that we working on is that mindset, because you got to be ready for change and you got to want to be successful. Like, we can open up all the doors in the world, but like, yo, if your mental isn't there, those doors might as well have to stay shut. Yes, reality. Thank you so much. I'm happy I did too. Yes, don't drop the ball when it comes to implementation. Yes. And then this one right here, y'all. The T right here for pivot is to track. And this one is important because this is where you want to track your progress, track your failures, basically track everything. So that way you can see whether or not you are on pace and if you need to make changes. And also, this one is important because this is where failure teaches you those lessons. Like, if you are oblivious to what's going on around you, and if you're not taking stock and really looking at the impact that you are having and really seeing whether or not like you on point, you could be going downhill whole time and not even knowing it. You could be blind to the whole situation because you aren't paying attention. So definitely tracking is an important part of being able to pivot. I tell you, I had a bad mindset today and stuff did not go as planned. Hey, Trackstar, we all have our days, yo. You just got to remember, in a general sense, who you are. And you got to keep in mind, too, you're doing a lot of things. You are doing a lot of great, amazing things, not only for yourself and for your family, but for the community. So, of course, the enemy is going to attack you. Of course, the enemy got to try to knock you off because the enemy looking at you like, she doing too much. She thinks she about to be successful. No, let me throw this obstacle in her way and throw her off track. Like, yo, that's how it worked, yo. And I'm trying to tell you, yo, the exact same thing tried to get me on Saturday, yo. I don't even want to get into it right now, yo, because it's still very emotional for me to talk about. We'll probably talk about it on Focus Friday. But like, yo, it was so bad for me. Like, I couldn't even really have the conversation on Saturday when it was happening. I had to say, yo, give me a good 24 hours to cool myself down, because if I have this conversation now, if I do this cuss out now, this cuss out ain't about to be in love. This cuss out about to be pure frustration, pure anger, and just me being mad and teed off about the whole situation. Yo, I hate when I'm in a messed up situation and it wasn't even my own doing. Like when I did my part on preparing, but because your lack of preparedness now done got me in a situation that time can't even buy back. So yeah, remind me to tell y'all about that on Focus Friday, and we can get into that. But like, I had to remember who I was, and I had to also remember how heavy my presence and my words are. And like, you can't be reckless with that. You can't be. So like, yo, when you know that frustration and anger is taking over, like, yo, that's when you just got to go ahead and humble yourself and step back and get yourself all the way together. But if I didn't have moments like that, then I would be worried about myself, that I'm really not doing enough, because the devil is only going to attack you when you're doing more than what you're supposed to. Yes. Thank you, reality. Yes. Hey, thank you, Cam Gotti. Now, I got it straight. I got it straight. Got the whole situation straightened out on Tuesday. So like what, the day before yesterday. So it's still very fresh. And kind of sort of stressful to even think about it, but I got it straight. But thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Bonnet. Everything goes into consideration. All right. So let's talk about our next skill. We got pivot out the way. Where we at? And this is one that we talk about a lot, yo. We talk about this one a lot because this one is so important in any situation that you find yourself in. And let's get into the types of empathy. I know, Cam Gotti. It's crazy. Look, you saying it, and we ain't even there yet. Let's get into our types of empathy. So the first type that we have is called cognitive. And this is the type of empathy where it's like you understand how a person thinks. You understand how a person feels on a conceptual level. And when I use the word conceptual, I'm basically saying like you don't understand because you've been there or because you've experienced it, but you can put yourself in the mindset. Like you understand the concept of what it is that that person is going through. So that's that cognitive type empathy where you're really, really using your brain to tune in and empathize. This next type, this is probably my favorite one. This is compassionate empathy. And this one is beyond like you just understanding. This means that you have actually shared the experience, like you are sharing that experience with that person. That person is broken and hurt. You are feeling broken and hurt for that person. That person has been through something super, super traumatic. You have a shared experience that was also super, super traumatic in that lane. So this is that compassionate empathy where it's like you are invested beyond just understanding the concept, but really with your feelings. You are invested. And this last one right here, like you can relate it in a way that you both understand. Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Bonnet. This is that emotional empathy. And this one, empathy, definitely one of my favorite things. Yes, absolutely. Because it's so important, y'all. Um, this is when you are able to connect with the feelings of the other person on an emotional level. So, like, this is that you being able to tie your emotions to whatever situation or whatever this person has going on. Like your feelings are really invested and tied into it. So when you think about being successful in any leadership position on God's green earth, like these are the pieces of empathy that goes into it. Now, granted, you might not be using these like all the time for every situation. It really depends on the person you are dealing with, the situation that you are dealing with, and then also the setting in which all those things are coming together. And it's on you to be the judge. The only thing that you want to avoid is you don't want people to yo, why is this man calling me and he know I'm on get your man, yo. Get your get your man's, yo. Get your man's G channel, yo. How can anybody seriously be calling me on a Thriving Thursday? So, listen, I just can't. I just can't. But you don't want people, especially the people who are following you, to think that you are fake or that like you really don't care. So if you aren't authentically connecting with them on an emotional level, don't fake it. Like if you aren't authentically being compassionate, do not fake that, yo. If you can't really conceptualize, if it's just so far out of your realm in terms of your experiences and what you've been through that you just can't even like really imagine it or put yourself in their shoes, like yo, do not fake it. Just be real with people. And this is the part where you just ask people, hey, how do you need me to support? What can I do? I haven't necessarily experienced what you've experienced, but I know what heartache feels like, and I'm here for you. Let me know what I can do. So it's very, very important that with your display of empathy, that you are also very authentic. All right, let's talk about this one, y'all. This one's is extremely, extremely high level. Risk management. Fake compassion is the easiest thing to spot. Yo, I swear. It is. It is. And leaders just be chipping away at their trust. Don't even know it, yo. Chipping away at their trust, steadily losing trust because you faking something that's so important to people. Don't fake a trauma, try to find another way to relate in their lane. Absolutely, Mr. Bonnet. You hit it right on the head. All right. So, risk management. When you're thinking about risk management, right, as a leader, you have to take risk. It ain't no way you can get out of it. If you are somebody who's like, all right, I just want to play this thing safe. I only want to do the things that I know and that I know well, and I want to stay right in this nice box, you are not going to be successful as a leader. Like you're just not. Because a leader has to be able to calculate risk, take those risks that make sense, and be able to manage things even when they don't work out. So, how are we gonna do this thing? So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to identify the risks. So, and this is where, you just be real with yourself and you're looking and you write a list out if that's easier for for you to be able to kind of visualize this thing, but you're going to identify like what those risks are. Maybe it's more than one, or maybe it's just one big one, whatever it is. Why I feel like this is targeted towards me. Let me tell you, hey, bless. It might be that just mean that it's time for you to grow, shorty. That means it's time for you to grow. But identify the risk. All right. Figure out what it is. After you've identified the risk, then you want to make your assessment. Right. And again, if it's easier for you to be writing these things out, write it out. It's okay. Write out what your assessment is of this risk. And that can also include things like such as like your pros and your cons. You can get advice from other people, um, specifically people who have experience with whatever this type of situation is that you're dealing with. Or even if the person doesn't have experience with this particular thing, you might just value their input and value the way that they think. So you may be able to lean on them as a resource to help you just really kind of assess what the situation is. Like, all right, what's going to happen if I do X? What's going to happen if I do Y? What's going to happen if I do nothing? All that take into consideration in terms of your assessment. And then after you make your assessment, here we go. We want to evaluate. Hold on, yo. My spelling. My spelling. We want to evaluate. And my favorite word, take action. And this is the part where we're basically getting it ready to push go. And we are pushing go. We're like, all right, okay, I understand the risk. I understand what's at stake. I understand what could happen either way. Even if I'm not 100% comfortable with it, you know what? I'm 85% comfortable with it. So let me go ahead and push go. Y'all know how many times I had to push go on something that I wasn't 100% comfortable with, but I was comfortable enough that I'm like, all right, you know what? If any fallout happens, I'll just go ahead and deal with the fallout. But what I can't do is sit and not do nothing and then just wait for other people to decide for me. What I can't do is just sit here and watch everything play out. And then next thing you know, I might be in an even worse situation than from the jump. Mr. Bonner said, check every possibility of the risk. That way, if at first it don't work out, you have other ways to process. If you get intake from others, you get ideas and outcomes. Wouldn't be able to do it alone. Absolutely. Absolutely. As much as possible, we want to lean on our networks. And that's why we take the time to build up strong networks. So thank you so much, Mr. Bonnet. After we push go, y'all, this is where we want to control and monitor. And this is keeping in mind you won't be able to control everything. You can only control the things that you can control. Do not waste time on things that are completely outside of your control. Things that are completely outside of your control, you can't control them, but you can monitor them. You can keep an eye on them, especially if it's directly related to whatever the thing is that you are trying to solve for. But you want to be able to control the things that you can control as much as possible and monitor your entire situation so that way you understand where you are. Track says that communication is definitely what's going to help. Absolutely, communication is always critical in terms of leadership, anything that you want to do. Somebody who's an ineffective communicator is doomed to be an ineffective leader, like, and that's just what that is. But that's the deal on risk management. All right, let's go to one of my faves, y'all. Let's go to agility. And I know Bless said that she had never heard of this word before. So let's start with giving just like a basic definition that we're going to work off of with agility. We're going to say ability to move quickly, ability to move easily, um, ability to think, understand, quickly. Come on now, my pen can't be giving out on me. Uh, Gemma, I don't think I have either. Yeah, it's cool. No worries, no worries. I love it. I love it because this is how we truly learn. So when you think about agility, being agile is what we say in leadership. It just means like, yo, you were able to move on the fly. Like you were able to think on the fly, and it doesn't mean that you have all the right answers right then and there. Sometimes you might have to tell somebody, all right, you know what, give me 24 hours on that, I'm gonna get back to you with the answer. Maybe you need to do a little research, maybe you need to check in with somebody else or whatever the case may be. But basically you are on point. Like that's what it means. You are basically on point. You are able to get things done in an effective, efficient manner. You are able to get things done easily that other people might struggle with, and you are able to kind of keep things in the flow. When leaders are not agile, when they don't have agility, that's when it's so much frustration, it's so much confusion. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody is looking for direction, and everybody is blaming somebody else as to why something didn't get done or as to why a ball got dropped. Like all these different things, everybody is pointing the finger because nobody is on point to keep things flowing, to make decisions quickly when they need to be made, and to be able to work and operate even under pressure. Yes, Mr. Bonnet, always room to learn. I think this is the word I've been looking for to describe my work ethic. Oh, Gemma, you definitely exemplify agility. Like you are one of the most agile people I've ever met. Like you, Cam Gotti, like it's a couple other people too, but like yo, definitely yo, you got that down pat. Trent said, have to blame yourself. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. Absolutely, Trent. It's definitely okay to be wrong sometimes. And that's the part right there that people be missing, like taking that accountability. A lot of people like to avoid that accountability. But let's talk about some things that go into like learning how to be agile, like learning how to have this agility that we're talking about. Um, One of the first things is so results. And when you think about results, think about delivering in challenging situations. Like, yo, when you are agile, ain't nothing about to stop your results. Even when you are under pressure, even when it's just a whole lot going on, you're going to be able to deliver whatever results that you intended to deliver from that situation. Not even blaming, but being accountable. Absolutely. Yes. Speaking of that, I've gotten used to that and I don't feel bad. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Bless. All right. Change. And when you think of change, think of being comfortable outside of comfort zone. And we all are very familiar with that. So, in this space of being agile, the leader is very comfortable being in situations, even first time situations that they've never been in, because as a leader, they already are in the mindset of, I can do this. Even if I don't know exactly what I can do this looks like, I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to put myself in position to gather resources and to lean on people who can help me. So, and that is very, very important, especially when you got other people following you, because The people who are looking up to you, they're going to mimic what they see you do. So if they see you getting all frustrated when the change coming around, they like, oh man, she flustered. She don't know what she doing. This about to be a mess. They're going to pick up on that. They're going to read that, and then they're going to be flustered too. And then they're going to feel like they don't know what they're doing either. And it's just going to be a whole mess. So being able to be comfortable outside of your comfort zone, very, very key. Self-awareness. Big one. Big one, big one, big one. And think for this one, know your strengths and weaknesses. Gotta be able to identify them. Like, you have to know who you are. You can't expect for somebody else to dictate to you or to tell you. Like, you have to be doing the inside work of figuring out for yourself, like, okay, what are your strengths? What are you really good at? What are your weaknesses? What do you suck at? Can you improve those weaknesses? Is it worth improving those things? Or is it better to just delegate and have somebody else who is strong in that area take on those tasks that you might be lacking in? But like, yo, one of the worst things is a leader who is not self-aware and think that they always right and think that they can do everything at 100% capacity. If that's your mindset as a leader, then you are not a leader. And trust me, your people know it too. Jen said, must be confident at all times, but always open to learning. Absolutely agree 100%. Um, hey, I'm so glad to hear that, Mr. Barnett. I'm so glad that you were getting something out of this. All right. Um, People agility, y'all. And when you think about this one, right, we're going to say a skilled communicator who can work with diverse types of people. And oh my goodness, y'all. This one, key. Key, y'all. Very key. You gotta be able to work with different types of people, yo. Even if you don't necessarily like those people or care for those people, in a leadership position, you don't always get to dictate who you work with. And you gotta be agile enough to be able to work with different people. It doesn't mean you gotta invite them to dinner. It don't mean you gotta hang out with them. No, it just means for the sake of having a productive relationship, you gotta know how to work with them. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday and we were talking about this. And I'm just so like, yo, if your habit as a leader, as a professional, is that every time you brush up against somebody that you don't like you just automatically quit the whole thing and then you gone, you're not about to be successful anywhere. Anywhere. Like point blank, period. You're not about to be successful anywhere because successful people understand and know how to work with different types of people. And again, it don't mean that everybody that you work with is your friend. Everybody ain't sis, everybody ain't bro, but in most spaces, everybody has something to contribute. Everybody has some value to add to that situation. And you, as the leader, it's on you to be able to bring that out. And then the last one, y'all, is that mental agility. A reality, stop it, yo. And this is where you are able to examine problems creatively. And like this one is important because as an effective leader, you have to be an effective problem solver. If you're not able to help solve problems, you're not going to be able to lead anybody. And people are going to be looking for you to be able to help solve problems and to help to get through things. Every coworker or partner will not be your bestie, but work still must get done. Yes, Trent, say that loud for the people in the back. Yes, yes, and yes. And this part right here, this mental part, includes being able to like really analyze the problems that come your way and being able to figure out creative solutions for getting through those problems. And remember, y'all, just because you're a leader doesn't mean that it has to be your solution. Like it could be somebody else's solution. Use your network, talk to people. Your job isn't to have all the great and brilliant ideas. Your job is to get all the brilliant and great ideas into a space where they can become options. So, like, definitely don't ever get into this space where you think that just because you're the leader, you got the best ideas. No, the best leaders help other people bring the best ideas forward. Breaking things down to cause and effect really helps. Absolutely. Definitely. All right. Sheesh. Out time, y'all. All right. Let's do this last one really quick. We gotta get through this one, y'all, because this one is important. I know I keep saying that everyone is my favorite one, but this one is probably this one is probably my favorite one, yo. Um, because as a leader, people might not think about it, but you got to be able to be a great storyteller in a leadership role. And when you learn how to be a great storyteller, you're going to find that people are going to be more inspired by you. People are going to find more purpose. People are going to find more value. And people are going to be able to connect more to you just as a leader, because storytelling is one of the most effective ways to communicate things. And when you are able to tell a story in a way that pulls people in, you'll be able to build up that trust and gain credibility as a leader. And having that credibility means everything. So, a few things that you can do in order to up your storytelling game. All right, here we go. So think about your headline, right? And this is when you are basically communicating whatever message that it is. And my people from higher, y'all probably remember this because we talked a lot about this. Um, Whatever it is, it has to grab attention. And don't think like clickbait, like stuff that's completely not true or completely fabricated just to get people to listen. Like, no, like this is more okay. What's the highlight? What is something that like really stands out from this story? Whether it's you using your personal life, you talking about your personal life, or if you're talking about something that may have happened like in the office or a learning lesson, like whatever the case may be, but you want something that's going to grab and hold people attention and something that's going to kind of give them an inkling as to what the story is about and where you are going. And you got your hook has to be relatable. All right. And this is where you figure out how you can get, let me put right here, participation. And participation can look different depending on what it is that you are trying to actually accomplish. But something that's relatable and something that people can potentially participate in, even if they aren't doing anything physically, you want people to be able to participate mentally and possibly emotionally if it's something that's really going to like reel them in. You got to think about what the context is. All right. Um, and we call this setting the scene. And this is where you are basically focusing in on like the details of the situation, telling them like the where you are, what it smelled like what was going on, like all those great things that really help to give people a visual of where you are taking them. And y'all don't take this word out of context. Something that will pop up, but is also true and relatable. Yes, Trent. Drama. Not the stupid drama, yo, that people like to put on social media and all that dumb mess to get people riled up. No, we're not talking about drama like that. We're talking about drama as in like some surprise, some type of surprise element, like something that people weren't necessarily thinking about, like some type of problem to solve or something that people like just didn't see coming. Like, so in a suspenseful type of way. And then you want to have your resolution. So, like, what did you do? What did you do? What happened? And most times the way you frame this is like, well, luckily I was able to fill in the blank. Or thank God I was able to fill in the blank. But coming to that resolution and putting it in a way to where as though it's like, wow, you know what? That probably wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. And then the most important, y'all, the moral of the story. What is the meaning of all this? What is the why? What do you want people to take away from it? And sometimes you want people to take away a bigger message, like this is why it's important to never make assumptions because you never know what a person is going through. Or this is why it's important to always show up as your best self because you never know who you are talking to and how that person might be trying to bless you or whatever. Like it's so many different things that can be taken away from it, but you define what your moral is, what that meaning is, what that why is, and frame it as such. So that way people are really learning something that they can take with them from that story. They like, wow, oh my gosh, like you absolutely right. And now it's something that they can actually apply to their life. So important keys is your message, what message you are portraying, your audience. You got to know your audience because depending on who you are talking to, it's going to depend on how you're going to frame it. The pace in which you speak. I'm a slow talker. So for me, a lot of times, like, I don't have that much of a problem, like, going too fast just because naturally I'm a slow talker, but you want to figure out for yourself like what pace works for you. And if you do talk a little fast, or maybe if you talk a little slow, make sure that you're on pace for having maximum impact with your story. And then that connection, making sure that you're able to make that connection with your people. Y'all, we are over time. Oh man, we are over time, but this has been great, y'all. I hope that somebody learned something. That what was the point, what you did learn, how you can move differently. Absolutely, Trent. Yes, thank you for that. Yo, I hope that somebody learned something from this. I didn't even see that we are way over our time. I know that we could like keep going forever on these important conversations. But thank y'all for locking in. I appreciate all the love. Thank you so much, Cam Gotti, for doing the notes for me. A few things, y'all, before I let y'all go, because Beast not having his session tonight. The first thing is, y'all, if you haven't already put your video in for Voices on Vax, what are you waiting for? That is a total of $1,700 that they basically giving away for free. For free. And you don't have to just talk about COVID. Like you can talk about what your life is like in this new COVID world, but you can also talk about like women's history. Um, you can talk about anything health related. Yo said I have no rhythm, I can't rap. Them type of excuses gonna keep y'all broke. I'm just saying, yo. I'm just saying. And if you read the contact rules, the contest rules, it's not limited to just rap. You can do anything creative. You can paint a picture. Like yo, we just set up here and talked about being creative as a leader. We just talked about creative problem solving. Like okay, if you can't rap, even if you thought that's what it was, who can rap? Can you try? Like yo, sometimes we don't even put our toe in the water, and then we wonder why we in our situation. But like yo, Cam Gotti, don't even say nothing, yo. Please don't even say nothing, yo. You can do anything creative. Yes, Trent, you can do a speech. You can do whatever. You can paint a picture. You can draw something on a piece of anything that you can possibly think of that gets a message across. You can absolutely do. Like this is the easiest money that you're ever going to get in your life. Like yo, if we can't get the easy money, how are we going to get the hard money? How are we going to get the money that we really got to work for if we can't even grab the easy money, yo? Like, come on now, yo. Like, yo, people that weren't even really rappers was walking away with like 500. Like, for real, for real. Listen, my job is just to tell you that the opportunity is there. So I just want to let y'all know that the opportunity is there. And hopefully somebody takes advantage of those opportunities because at this point, like that's just free money. So the deadline is coming up soon. So go on their IG, click the link in the bio. Like yo, you can do a 30-second video, a 45, 60-second video, yo. Like it's easy. It's too easy. Get that money. Second thing is make sure you hit the link in the bio if you are interested in that project that Miss Key talked about earlier. So if we get out 6 from this group, then I'm good. If we don't get out 6 from this group, then I'll post it probably like tomorrow to give other people a chance to say that they want it. And then I think I got one more spot left to volunteer at Matthew A. Henson for Fun Day. So that is in May. I forgot the exact date, but the link is in the bio with all the information there. So, and that's not a check. That's just you volunteering, being in person with these babies, like helping them. We're going to have the moon bounce, the funnel cakes, the ice cream, all that stuff. And they specifically asked for heartbeat mentors to volunteer that day to help them. Thank you, Cam Gotti. Videos due 420. That's next week. And 527, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the volunteer for Fun Day. Yes, one more spot, yo. So if anybody is interested in that, let me know. Of course, food and transportation is provided. Yo, that's it, yo. Yo, please, yo, go work on your goals. Go be productive. If you don't do nothing else with yourself today, yo, go be productive. You still got about what? 3 more hours left in the working day, yo. Please go work on your goals. And if you ain't got no goals, yo, don't even hit me up. Go holler at one of these heartbeats, yo, to get you some goals, yo. But listen, make sure that you are doing something that is connected to your version of success. All right, y'all. If y'all rocking with me tomorrow, I see you tomorrow on Focus Friday. If not, then I see you next week. Oh, yes. Recruit that little leader, y'all. If y'all got somebody that's in elementary school, yo, send them over to Cam Gotti ASAP. About to start that little leaders up soon. And yes, your little leaders will get paid. So let them babies make their money, y'all. Long as they in elementary school, yo. Hit them up. Hit them up. Hit up Cam Gotti. But all right, y'all. I'm out of here. I see y'all tomorrow if y'all rocking with me on Focus Friday. If not, then I'll see y'all next week. I'm out of here, yo.